Afternoon, guys. We've got a little decent weather this afternoon. I thought I'd spend a little time with you guys and just we're playing around with Jameson today. Jameson went through the ATFO last August, and he was bought in their auction group over in the edge of South Carolina, I think. Bought him. He's going to be used later on in life in a uh, equine assisted therapy situation. So they got him home, and you know wintertime hit, they just wanted to get some more refinement on what Jameson does. Jameson, he doesn't have any problems. We're just working more on connection, just refinement. Sometimes he does have a few braces in him, and I'm not one of those guys that always just tears out to the arena and wants to just work, 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 work. Sometimes I'll come out here and just work on a connection, just hang out with the horse in a relaxed atmosphere, um, do some exercises and some communications to work on self-esteem. And that's, he's a young horse. He's not mature. He's kind of like a teenager. He gets distracted real easy sometimes. Sometimes sudden movements really get his attention. And when you're building confidence in a horse, you need to have clear direction, not strong correction. So I spend a lot of time hanging out with these guys at this level, just to get them to where they're interested in having some kind of connection with me on some level. So I'm gonna move him around and talk just a little bit about what's going on with him. Now I'm not one of those folks that just runs one around the round pen. I want to watch, see what's going on with him, and ideally, what I want to happen is I don't want him to raise his head up and feel alarmed that that I'm in here with him and I'm putting a little bit of energy towards him. This is still a little pressure and release. I'm gonna put my flag out in front of me and out in front of him, and when I get his eye, I'm gonna see if I can get him to walk towards me and just back up out of the way and just get him used to kind of walking over here towards me. He's been a little bit sometimes hesitant when I've been on his left side here. He's wanted to walk off, sometimes raise his head up, just like he did right there. And I don't, in a situation like that, guys, I don't force the horse to run away. It's not me running him away from me and making me be the only choice in here. I'd rather be the choice to begin with. So I'm not going to make this hard for him. What I am going to do is make myself accessible to him. And I want him to be interested in hanging out with me until I can touch him. So this has been the thing with me. I like to be able to walk up to my horses anywhere. If they're out in the pasture with their pasture mates and I walk out in the pasture, I want to be able to put my hands on every single one of them and just be their buddy. So I don't want to ever teach the horse to run from me. I want the horse to learn that I'm their buddy, that there's a safe place for me to be, and that they can feel comfortable around me. So you just have to take what the horse gives you. I'm gonna see. He wants to. Every time you walk towards him out in the pasture when he's with his pasture mates, this is something they go through, and this is not a big deal. But he doesn't need to be alarmed with me when I reach to touch him. So I'm just going to rub him here a little bit. Um, Work on his self-esteem. Try to positively reinforce what's going on here. If he feels he needs to walk away, I'm not going to push on his hip and make him run away. But another thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to use food to coax him towards me. I want him to come towards me because he feels like he and I have some kind of connection. You don't have to have food in some regards to do that if you're just genuinely trying to hang out with the horse. I've had a hard time with him changing eyes and going from side to side, but we're really working on this. Now, don't get me wrong. Jameson's got quite a bit of skills. We ride him quite a bit. He can do all kind of things. But it's always good to go back and just work on their self-esteem, work on their relaxation, teach the horse to let you move around him without him getting alarmed, without him raising his head, and teach the horse to kind of be in all the quadrants, of the arena with you. Now that I've got his attention with me a little bit, we can do some exercises, but the biggest thing we can do is we can hang out together I can put my hands on him. I can move around him. This has been a big deal for him, crossing behind him and changing eyes. For the longest time, he wanted to walk off. Now, don't get me wrong. I can put the saddle, and I can put the driving lines or the bridle or the in-hand cavesson on him, and he does everything I want him to. But what I'm working on today is letting this be his choice, and it being good for him, and him looking for the interaction where he can get the acceptance from me that he's looking for. It's not really that hard to do. What a lot of folks do is they make this into a dictatorship out here. You get in the round pen, and the first thing they want to do is start running the horse away from them, trying to teach the horse to come to them. That is not what I want to do. I want the horse to seek me out first. So anything I can do to have that happen is what I'm going to do. Hope you guys enjoyed today. A little preview of just hanging out with your horse, working on connection and self-esteem. Talk to you guys soon.